Check, 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 check. Yeah, you're good, man. Check, 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 check. Can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right, we're good to go. We're live right now. All right, cool. Thanks, man. No, about to. Tell me they need to make that bang after we go. So we need to make that disclaimer. Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Sorry, I didn't have the one of the cables plugged in, but everything's good to go now. What time do you want me to call you? Right after. Okay, and Charles wanted me to tell you. Here, he'll tell you.
Hey, Paul. They're gonna stream us live. They're using us as an audio for the High School Association webcast. So after we get on, they'll come on at the kickoff. So read that disclaimer sometime in the game. Don't do it at the beginning because then they'll think we didn't do it. Yeah, you can do it at halftime. Just do it. I think it's just got to be on there once during the game. Tried to get Julio on the phone, can't get him. So we just told the guy he could do it. Now it's going to be a live broadcast. They'll be playing our commercials and everything. So I don't think the advertisers would mind that. Yeah. Okay, so we're on the internet in 2 locations tonight. All right, good. Thanks. Do what? You gonna call him back or what?
We're connected with you. Can you hear me? When you want me to call you back? Okay. All right, sounds good. Bye.
ByGHSA.TV. And scroll down and find the Monroe Grady matchup and click on it. It'll be streaming live over the internet this evening. First game of the month, I had never seen it. Chick-fil-A, Evans Nursery, Low Strength and Bingo, Pizza Hut, Jackson, Walmart Ag, Walmart EMC, Henry Civic, Lighthouse Home Center, Western Meats. Thank you to all fans who volunteered their time for this season. Thank you again. The officials for tonight's game are All-Star Football Officials Association out of Albany, Georgia. Referee, Bobby Willis. Line judge, Joey Carson. Line judge, Jess Wright. Umpire, Jamie Dawson. Line judge, Scott Willis. Side judge, Richard Hammond. And official clock operator, Tony Simmons. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise for the presentation of our colors by the Monroe Area High School Air Force Junior ROTC and the playing of our national anthem by the Monroe Area Purple Hurricanes Marching Band. Remain standing for the playing of the school's alma mater.
Are you in a commercial or what?
Oh, no, I'm took a pregame show.
No, okay. So when will we be on?
The GHSA and its member schools has made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA sanctioned events. Profanity, disregarding remarks, intimidating actions directed at officials or competitors will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the event site. Spectators are not allowed to enter the competition area during footwork or during while the contest is being conducted.
I'll do this thing welcoming everybody, and then I'll make some comment, bring you in. You comment on what you think's going to happen or whatever you want to comment on.
We're just talking about how good it is to have me. No, I'll handle that part.
Well, you know, I don't want to brag, but I am the man who resurrected Danny Daniels' football broadcasting career. I always remain loyal to people that have helped me during my lifetime, except for that time when I made Steve Brooks head coach at Clark Central and people cussed me out about it. But working the Georgia game over at GAU Tuesday night basketball, the network went down. It was down for 15 minutes. They have no CNN news anymore, no music. We had to finally go back to the program it was supposed to be on. And it was on for 5 minutes, and then the game come back on. But I had Caesar on the phone the whole time. He said, well, I don't know. We've never had this happen. I said, well, yeah, we've had it happen, but we've always had CNN to pot up. Well, we don't have them anymore. I said, yeah, I noticed. I don't see a button on the board for them.
He was there when I got there in 78.
Yeah. He's been there a long time. Yeah, ain't many people been there that long. I've been there 15 years part-time. If you add up all the time I've worked, I've probably been there 2 years. Where's the crowd at tonight? Eating turkey?
I think it's like the Braves. 3 years ago when it was new, it was full. Now people expect it.
Yeah. Well, you notice over at Clark Central, I don't know if you're still there, but in the 80s, the crowd started tapering off for the playoff games.
Yeah.
Look out now. You know, we're live on TV tonight. What's the thing it's on?
GHSA.
GHSA streaming network. So call your mama and tell her to turn the computer on. Oh, is she? She's still working at the police department?
Retired part-time.
Oh, she retired but still working part-time? Yeah, I worked with her for a while. hope these Grady rosters are accurate.
Yeah.
See, I was planning on just making up some names. And, well, you got the one ain't in numerical order.
I got one that I think is. Go team.
What's happening? Where you been? Man, we were looking for you the first game. They told us you had retired. Or they retired you or you retired yourself, one or the other.
That's weird. It starts right there in numerical order.
Starts there?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't run that one off, because I didn't think it was in numerical order.
And then it goes.
I'll just use that one. That's numerical order, and I think it's about the same as that one.
All right.
I just got mine stapled together.
All right.
And tonight, time for your captain. This is ready to break ice. Number 2, Taylor. Number 4, Benton. Number 51, Ross. Number 81, Dalville.
Yeah, I noticed he's not doing the first name.
Hurricane.
Is there a reason for that?
Number 8, Octavius Malcolm. Number 10, Jacob Olson.
Beg pardon?
Number 4,
We got 3 minutes.
Stevens. Number 33, DJ Smith.
Yeah, not hearing you too good with him announcing that. You say you got 3 minutes. All right, good. We got 4 minutes, so we won't be able to make
Won't be much of a pro game.
Well, I've gotten the pregame cut down over the years, and finally got others to do it. I hate doing it. We got cowbells and air horns and everything. Welcome, football fans, to the Purple Pit here on the campus of Monroe Area High School, where tonight it's the second round of the state Quad A playoffs. The Monroe Area Purple Hurricanes hosting the Grady Gray Knights. Hello again, everyone. Charles Bellflower, joined tonight by Danny Daniels. And Danny, you've seen Monroe several times this year, and Grady's very similar. So what do you expect to see tonight?
We're going to see a lot of speed tonight, Charles. Both these teams have been known to score from great distances. If you're a Monroe fan, then you know the Purple Hurricanes can go to the house from anywhere on the field. And Grady comes in with a 9-2 record, and the Canes are 10-1. So their records are similar. Their personnel is similar. The Grady team runs that spread offense that's so popular among high school teams right now. And, of course, Monroe area will run the spread at times, the triple option at times, and the power I at times. So we're going to see probably a lot of points. I think it's going to take probably 4 touchdowns to win this thing, and that's pretty unusual when you get to the playoffs.
Well, Monroe area led by the quarterback Stanton Truitt, who was injured for several weeks, came back last week and scored the winning touchdown with 1 minute and 47 seconds left to go with about a 40-yard run. So I know that the Purple Hurricanes will be counting heavily on him tonight.
He's got to stay healthy. He's got to stay smart. A big win tonight. I'm not sure which way it's going, but walking into the stadium, it's pretty brisk, probably up around 10, 15, maybe 25, rather 20-mile-an-hour gust. So that's going to affect the passing game. I don't know about the running game, but the Purple Hurricanes like to throw the ball around a lot. Grady can put it up, so we'll see if the passing game helps decide this ball game. It hadn't decided too many, but this may be one that it does, and the win may be a factor.
And the teams out on the field getting their last-minute instructions here right before the kickoff. And I believe that Grady won the toss and elected to defer. So Monroe area will be receiving to start tonight's game. They'll be moving from right to left if you view your radio as if it is the playing surface. Number 2 is back deep to receive for Monroe area. That's Quan Brooks. And he is going to be flanked by Junior Reed and Michael Gallup. Any one of those three very dangerous return men for the Purple Hurricanes.
K1 Brooks has not really had a big game in the last 2 or 3 Friday nights. I expect him to have a really good night tonight. They might be overlooking him a little bit when they start concentrating on Truitt, but K1 may make a big difference in this ball game.
Number 87 has it teed up for Grady. That's Zachary Carter. And here he goes with the Bose Wrecker Service of Monroe kickoff. It's taken at the 15-yard line to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Close to the 40-yard line goes the return of Kewan Brooks.
And that's all we were talking about. He's really dangerous in the open field. If he gets loose, he's awfully tough to catch. He was on that state championship 4x100 relay team last spring. And if he gets a step on you, it's really hard to bring him down.
And Monroe in the white helmets, purple jerseys, purple pants. And Grady's in silver helmets and black pants. They run the option play, pitch out from Truitt to the running back. That was Demeek Kemp, and Kemp gets out to the 48-yard line for a pickup of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2.
And that was a perfect read option that time, Charles, where Truitt kept the ball to the very last second, and Demeek didn't even give up on it, and it resulted in an 8-yard gain.
2nd down and 2 out of the pistol formation with a slot to the right. Handed off to Brooks. Brooks hit behind the line. There's a fumble on the play. and Grady has picked it up, and it looks like the Gray Knights will have it at the Monroe area 30-yard line. That's one of the things that we said could not happen here tonight. Looked like number 4, Deshaun Benton, recovered the football for the Gray Knights. It'll be marked at the Monroe area 31-yard line.
And that's one of the things that Brooks has been doing the last 3 weeks, is coughing up the football. I think he might be running a little tentatively, which is one of the reasons why he hadn't busted the big one. But that time he was carrying the ball loose and they stripped it.
So the Gray Knights take it with 11:08 to go in the first quarter. They come up with a quarterback, Kevon Taylor, underneath center. Taylor back to throw. Looking, throws it out. It is complete down to the 20-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. The reception was made by Deshaun Benton, and it will be a first down.
Quick curl in the route that time, and the quarterback showed a pretty strong arm like we saw last week.
Kevon Taylor listed at 6'5", one of the tallest players we've seen this year. And flanker off to the right out of the I formation. Handed off to the tailback off left tackle. He gets inside the 15, down to maybe the 13-yard line. That was Hakeem Todd, a junior tailback, and he picks up about 6 yards on the play.
Big hole of a left guard and tackle that time, and Todd went through it and was not met with much resistance till he got inside the 15.
So 2nd and 3 now for Grady, making a serious threat to the Monroe area goal line. Taylor underneath center out of the I formation. Hands it off to the tailback, this time off right tackle. And he's going to get close down to the 6-yard line. That was Todd once again. And that is enough for a first down. It will be 1st and goal for Grady.
Same play the other side. And they're going to stay with it until it doesn't work anymore. But so far, that hole's been there 2 straight plays.
Grady huddling a lot different from what we saw last week against Shaw. They ran no huddle all night long and drove the color man, Ben Bridges, nuts. I formation. Taylor calls the signal. Hand off to the tailback once again. There's Reed inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Correction, that's Todd, Hakeem Todd. He picked up 3 yards on the play. It will be 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
And you can tell who their workhorse is. That's 3 carries in a row for Todd.
2nd down and goal to go for the Grady Gray Knights out of Region 6 Quad A. That's Atlanta. School named for Henry Grady, one of the oldest high schools still in operation in Atlanta. A lot of football tradition. Taylor fakes, tries to throw it out in the flat, and it was batted away.
Junior Reed broke it up that time, got a hand on it, had to dive a little bit. They got that left hand and slapped the ball away.
Darren Dowell, the intended receiver, he's a big 6'5", 232-pound tight end for the Gray Knights.
Big play coming up right here on the 3rd down and long. I'm trying to see where Stick is.
3rd and goal at the 4. Now we've got a timeout will be called by the Grady Gray Knights. So we'll also take a timeout. 8:54 left in the first quarter. The score, Monroe area nothing, Grady nothing.
The Canes would like to thank their platinum sponsor, New York Mail, along with their gold sponsors, Jackson of Monroe, A&S Commissary, John Supermarket, President Malcolm Law Firm, accolades, awards, and gifts, Athens First Bank and Trust, his personal border and gift, Hands of Time, Massage and Wellness. Thank you to these gold sponsors.
Charles Bellflower and Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges back here with you at the Purple Pit, where we would like to let our radio audience know that if you would like to see the visual of this game, you can go to GHSA.net. It is being streamed live on the Georgia High School Association network, and you can see it and hear us there. Big third down now for Grady. Third and goal at the 4. They come out in a power I formation. Taylor calls the signals, hands it to the tailback, sweeps the left side, and he's going to be in for a touchdown. That was Isaiah Jenkins, a 4-yard touchdown run, and Grady takes a 6-0 lead at the 8:50 mark.
Old-fashioned football that time with the power I, and they just gave it to the power back, and he went in over a big hole over left guard and tackle again. And right now, Grady is just controlling that line of scrimmage.
And the extra point attempt is coming. Number 84, the kicker for Grady. That's Brandon Connier. And he kicks it up, and the kick is good. So timeout on the field, 8:50 left in the first quarter. With the score now, Grady 7, Monroe area nothing. The Grady Gray Knights take advantage of the first Monroe area turnover, and they've taken a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. We've only played 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Starting just like last week's game with Shaw, where Monroe area is giving the opposition the short field, and they took advantage of it in that first series. And we've already said it, you can't do that at this level when you get into the postseason tournament. You turn it over and you're going to get beat.
Zachary Carter has it teed up for Grady on the far hash mark for the Bowes Wrecker Service of Madison kickoff, and it's a short hooch kick and a fair catch called for at the 32-yard line by Sean Garrison. So once again, we see the short hooch kick being employed this week by Grady. Last week, Shaw did it several times.
And the reason the crowd reacted that time was Garrison called for the fair catch, and when the Grady player went by, sort of grabbed his arm, spun him around a little bit, didn't hit him, but he did touch him, but no flag thrown.
And the officials are from the Albany Officiating Association. Out of the spread, they hand it off, and the back slips as Michael Gallup, but he's got a man open, and it's complete all the way down to the 20-yard line. T.J. Sigmund on the reception, a 48-yard pass completion, and now all of a sudden Monroe on the gadget play is knocking at the door.
Just a tremendous way to run that play. They gave it to Gallup, who had been that quarterback the last 3 weeks when the starter Truitt was out with that injury, so he can throw it, and he put it about a half a step too low, or didn't get it quite there. That would have been a touchdown.
So 1st and 10 at the 20 for Monroe area. Quarterback has fumbled the football, and there's a pile up, and Grady has picked it up at the 25-yard line, and he's going down the far sideline. That is number 4, Deshaun Benton, and it is a touchdown. About an 80-yard, 75-yard fumble recovery for the touchdown. That's Benton's second fumble recovery of tonight, and all of a sudden it's 13-0. And
again, another turnover. 2 series, 2 turnovers for the Hurricanes, and they're down now by 2 touchdowns early to a really good offensive football team.
So now all of a sudden Monroe area had some momentum, and they've lost it with this fumble recovery for a touchdown. Extra point attempt for the Gray Knights. It's set down, he kicked it up, and he kicks it good. That was Brandon Connier with the extra point. Timeout on the field, 8:13 to go in the first quarter. The score now, Grady 14, Monroe area nothing. How far was that officially?
I thought it was about 80.
I said officially, I didn't say what you thought.
I didn't see the break pick it up.
The ball was on at 20.
80 yards. Do something worthwhile. Get me that Washington score. Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels back here at a stunned purple pit. 2 turnovers by Monroe area in the first 3 minutes and 47 seconds of this game. And the Grady Gray Knights have gone out to a 14-0 lead. And there's the Bose Wrecker Service pooch kick. It bounces at the 20 and is taken there. And the receiver for Monroe, number 4, TJ Sigmund, gets it out to about the 35-yard line.
Now let's see if the Canes can hold on to the football. You start fumbling, then that gets to be a little bit mental, and you think more about holding on to it than you do running with the football or doing your job, and hopefully that's not going to be the case.
They mark it at the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Purple Hurricanes there. Truitt, the quarterback, going to run an option play off to the left, pitches it, and the back was Demeek Kemp, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line, almost a 9-yard loss on an option play.
And it was almost another fumble. He bobbled that one a little bit and controlled it, brought it back into his body and held on to it.
We want to make a correction that we said earlier. If you want to see the visual of this game, it's at GHSA.TV. That's the Georgia High School Association, GHSA.TV. Monroe area is going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout also. 7:34 left in the first quarter. The score, Grady 14, Monroe area nothing. Charles Bellfly, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges feverishly working on the Bojangles scoreboard. We'll have scores from all around the area, particularly of our teams, and statewide as we can get them. 2nd down and 19 for the Purple Hurricane from their own 25. Truitt takes a snap, rolls to the left, throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for Michael Gallup up at the 39-yard line.
Threw a little bit behind Gallup that time. He was open out in the flat between the 35 and 40, but that time Truitt running left and threw it with that left hand and just put a little too much on it.
So 3rd and 19 now from the 25-yard line, or rather the 26. Clock is stopped, 7:29 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Grady. They run it up the middle to the running back Brooks, and he gets to the 30 for about a 4-yard gain. That will be way short of the first down, so a punting situation now for the Purple Hurricanes.
First punt of the ball game by either ball club, and here's where you got to be careful too.
Number 9 is back deep. That's Amir Smith for Grady. Cody Brown does the punting and the kicking for Monroe area. And there's the snap, high kick. It comes down at about the Grady 40 and going to roll in favor of the punter inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That will be a 46-yard punt. 6:43 to go in the first quarter, and Grady will take over. We've got some scores here. Brock Bridges on the Bojangles scoreboard. We have Westminster leading Jefferson in Class AA 7-0. Taylor underneath center out of the high formation for Grady. They hand it off to the tailback Todd. Todd across the 40, all the way out to the 42-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 yards and a first down, and we have a flag on the play. And somebody for Grady was giving it the first down signal like we were playing an NFL game. And so they're going to call an unsportsmanlike penalty against Grady. Sometimes it's difficult to watch these NFL games and then translate it back to the high school game, thinking that you can carry on like the pros do. Well, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and back the Gray Knights back to the 27-yard line. So they, instead of gaining 13, they actually lost 2. But it will be a first down at the 27. Four men on the defensive line for Monroe area. Handoff goes to the tailback, and he's going to be rounded up that time by number 7, Trevon Bird. But we've got another flag on the play near the, actually behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 25-yard line. And that penalty also going against Grady.
Chop block against the Knights that time.
Chop block, a very dangerous maneuver. Could seriously hurt someone, so that's why it's a 15-yard penalty. It goes back to the 14-yard line. It will remain first down, but it will now be 1st and 25. Single running back in the backfield this time. Taylor fakes, throws it out of the backfield complete out to the 25-yard line, where the receiver is knocked down there. That was number 7, Jenkins, out of the backfield on the catch, and he picked up about 12 yards back out to the, 10 yards back out to the 24-yard line.
Little swing pass out of the backfield. They had him fairly well covered, got there in a hurry.
So now a manageable second down, 2nd and 13. Taylor hands it off to the tailback, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Big Travis Butts was in there to put the stop on Todd that time. Junior Reed also in there with Butts, so now it's going to be 3rd down and 17 from the 22. They've got to go close to the 39-yard line for the first down. 5 minutes to go.
Hadn't seen that sprint draw since back in the Henderson days.
Twin receivers wide to the left. I formation. Taylor back to throw, throws out another swing pass, and it is incomplete, batted away and almost intercepted by John Callahan. So the Purple Hurricanes have held and forced Grady into a punting situation.
Think back, Charles, it's 14-0, but Grady has really not moved the football. They scored on that long fumble recovery, and then they got set up with a short field on another fumble. So the score is 14-0. That's all that matters. But they have not dominated the ball game by any means.
This is Omar Scandiar into punt for the Gray Knights. And it's a good kick over the 50 to the 45, and it's fumbled. And there's a pile up at the 48, and I think Monroe area has recovered, and they have. Equipment manager desperately needing to get some stickum out of the Monroe equipment box. I think it's about their third fumble of the night.
That time the punt returner tried to take it away from his body instead of caressing it against his chest and just dropped the thing.
But now the Purple Hurricanes see if they can get their offense going. The ball is at their own 48. Wide slot to the left, man in motion to the left. Quarterback Truitt fakes and gets across the 50 to the Grady 47 for a pickup of 5 yards on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Think that time to one back through, followed him into the hole. And if Truitt can get into that secondary, he can create a lot of good things for Monroe area.
Sean Garrison is the split in on the near side, and Gallup is in the slot. Handed off up the middle to Brooks, and Brooks gets to the 46. Gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down. They've got to go to about the 43, the 42 and a half for the 1st down. Play being signaled in from the sideline. And we've just been handed a score on the Bojangles scoreboard. It's North Hall 7, Morgan County nothing. And Seminole County 7, Commerce nothing. And Truitt on the option play, scrambling around. He lost the football. He flipped it out, and it's caught by number 9. And he gets all the way down the 30-yard line to meet Kemp. What a play!
He was on his way down, and just before his knee hit the ground, he flipped it underhanded about 12 yards and completed the pass. And I don't know how in the world Monroe does not have an illegal receiver downfield, but they didn't.
Well, it looked to me the ball just shot up in the air. I thought he had fumbled it.
I did too.
And all of a sudden Kemp was there and made the reception a 15-yard gain. And a 1st down for the Purple Hurricane. Wide slot to the left. Hand off to Brooks. Brooks at the 30. Brooks at the 25. Gets down maybe to the 24. We'll have to see where they mark it. So a pickup of 6 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Just a crazy play that time as Stan was on his way down and flipped it out there, and it had not been a complete pass. I don't know, they might have called it a fumble.
2nd and 4. Brooks with Truitt in the backfield. Truitt going to run the keeper off left tackle. He had a hole momentarily. And then number 5, Mark Reeves, a linebacker, came up and brought him down at the 24. So that will bring up a 3rd down and 3. 2 minutes left in the 1st quarter. It's Grady 14, Monroe area nothing. Grady has taken advantage of 2 Monroe area turnovers. Two backs in the backfield with Truett this time. That's Brooks and Junior Reed, and they hand it off to Junior Reed across the 20, down close to the 17, maybe the 16-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Purple Hurricanes, and they continue this drive, and now they are knocking at the door.
Good hard running that time by Reed, got it down to the 16. And Junior running really hard, and I really think K1 is just running tentatively. I think he's coughed the ball up a lot. He's thinking about that more than he is running with the football.
Reed and Brooks and Truett all in a straight line to backfield. Handed off to Reed again, this time off of right tackle. He gets down close to the 10-yard line. Another 6-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 4 at the 10. Benton was on the stop that time for the Gray Knights.
I know it's early in the ball game, but this I would think would be a must drive for the Canes. They really need to score.
Got a wide slot to the left this time. Handed off to Brooks, and Brooks is mobbed behind the line of scrimmage. And may have lost a yard back to the 11. So that will bring up a 3rd down and 5. Coach Fligg signaling in the play from the sideline. 20 seconds. 3rd down. Wide slot left. Truett throws a pass, and it is incomplete. He tried to hit Michael Gallup down around the 5. So it's going to be 4th and 6 with 11.8 seconds left in the first quarter.
All right, do you kick it or do you go for that first down?
Well, I think offensively Monroe has done pretty well other than fumble the ball. And we're still in the first quarter. But does not look like Monroe's going to kick. They look like they're going to go for it. 4th and 6. Michael Gallup and Garrison are slotted wide to the right. Reed and Brooks in there with Truett, and he's going to keep it, look for a block, and he's not going to make the first down. Number 3, Jamon Glass, came up and made an open field tackle to stop him short of the first down. He got down about the 12, had to get inside the 10, and so Grady will take over on downs with 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. So now if I was making the decision, I probably would have went for the field goal. Because we know how that play is going to turn out, so we don't want to do that one again. But still a long way to go. We still got 5 seconds in the first quarter. Grady comes out onto the field. They already know the play, so they come up to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback, Kevon Taylor. And now we've got a whistle. And a delay of game has been called against Grady. So that's a 5-yard penalty from the 12 down back to the 7. So it'll be 1st and 15. Hakeem Todd back in as the tailback. Flanker wide to the right. Now this I formation. And off to Todd off of left tackle. He gets close to the 10-yard line for a pickup of 3. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, the score, Grady 14, Monroe area nothing. Pardon? Okay. Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges back here with you at the Purple Pit. We have several outlets that we're on tonight. We're on WMOQ 92.3, 1490 AM, WKUN, www.wmoqfm.com, and also you can watch the game on GHSA.tv. First play of the second quarter, handoff goes to the tailback Todd, and he gets out to about the 12-yard line. So he picked up about the 5 yards that they lost on the delay of game penalty.
And that Monroe area defensive front now starting to get a little more confident.
Third
down and 10. Travis Butts and Jarius Harris, the two defensive tackles in there for Monroe area. Talking about the defensive line. Third down and 10. Taylor fakes, rolls out, ball's batted up in the air, and it is incomplete. DJ Smith got his hand on it, and so it falls harmlessly incomplete to the ground, and it'll be 4th down and 10. They call it the 13-yard line.
Punting situation for the Gray Knights this time, and if nothing else, should give excellent field position to the Purple Hurricanes. They'll get it in Grady territory.
And the punter will have to stand back in the end zone as number 1, Omar Skandari. And it is a high punt. It's going to hit at the 43, go across the 50, all the way down to the Monroe area 40-yard line.
Well, it didn't work out like we thought because it got a big roll on it.
Yeah, it ended up a 48-yard punt. TJ Sigmund was back deep to receive it, but fortunately he got away from it. But it did get about a 10-yard roll. 1st and 10 for the Purple Hurricane at their own 39-yard line. 10:53 to go in the first half. Grady leads 14-0. Truitt out of this spread formation, giving some instructions to Michael Gallup, and now we have a timeout call by Monroe area. Some confusion on the play, so we'll also take timeout. 10:53 to go in the first half, with the score Grady 14, Monroe area nothing. Second quarter. That Hart County, they're not in the playoffs, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Taking a look at the Bojangles scoreboard, it is now Seminole County 14, Commerce nothing. In the second quarter, it's North Oconee and Buford tied 0-0. St. Pius leads Hart County 7-0, and South Effingham is 6 and Westover's nothing, and that's who the winner of this game will meet next week. Truitt with the pass completion out to Gallup. Gallup at about the 41-yard line, so a pickup of 2 yards on the pass completion.
And that was the confusion before they called the timeout. Gallup went in motion toward the quarterback, and Truitt motioned for him to go back to where he was. And I didn't notice whether they went in motion that time or not, but he did complete the pass.
Brooks and Garrison in a slot to the right. Going to hand it off to Gallup in motion. Gallup driving, and gets to about the 46-yard line. So he picked up about 5 yards on that play, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Ball is at the Monroe area 47-yard line. Truitt with no backs behind him. Brooks comes in motion, fakes it to Brooks, and Truitt's got running room. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Stanton Truitt. A 53-yard touchdown run, and the Purple Hurricanes are on the board.
And that's what we were talking about with that speed. Monroe not out of this ball game yet. They've made 2 mistakes on offense, 2 fumbles. That cost them 14 points, but they can score a lot of points against this ball club with that speed just like that.
Cody Brown comes in to try the extra point. Jamison Raines is the holder. Lines a down snap from center. The kick, it is in the air, and it is good. So timeout on the field. 9:34 left in the first half. The score now, Grady 14, Monroe area 7. All these first quarter, unless you say otherwise. Second quarter. Back here at the purple pit, Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges, the Monroe area Purple Hurricanes have picked up some momentum, and a lot of the fans are now standing.
Put a little juice back into the bleachers now, and this crowd was as silent as they could be until that long run by Truitt, and now they realize that there's still hope to win this thing.
And this just in on the Bojangles scoreboard in the second quarter, it's now North Hall 13, Morgan County 6. Cody Brown has it teed up on the near hash mark to kick it off to Grady. And there's the Bose Wrecker Service of Madison kickoff. It's going to be returnable. Taking about the 8-yard line, and he falls down at about the 12. And so a 4-yard return by Bryce Harris, and Brooks and Keon Camp was down there to make sure he didn't go anywhere.
Now we need a good defensive stand by Monroe area and give the ball back to the offense around midfield.
1st and 10 at the 12 for the Gray Knights. They're moving from left to right here in the second quarter. Pull back out of this I formation is Preston Pettigrew. Hand it off to the tailback. He's got running room across the 15 to about the 18-yard line. There was Isaiah Jenkins. And a good pickup of about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
He got about 4 of those on his own, then somebody threw in the other 3.
Grady coming up to the line after huddling. They have 2 receivers split wide to the left. I formation. Handed off to the running back, and he is loose across the 30-yard line. That was Jenkins once again. And they're going to have enough for a first down. Matter of fact, it's an 11-yard gain.
And that time he made all 11 on his own. Good hard running.
Michael Gallup made the tackle along with Shoemaker. And off to Jenkins again off the left side. Jenkins out close to the 40 and driven out of bounds into the Grady bench. Will be close to another first down, and I believe they call it a first down. Yes, first down at the 42-yard line.
Now you notice they've gone away from Hakeem Todd and gone to Jenkins. He's now run it 3 times in a row, where Todd was the workhorse in that first quarter.
And now Monroe area is going to call a timeout to make some defensive adjustments. So we'll also take timeout. 8:30 left in the first half. The score, Grady 14, Monroe area 7. Yeah. Beg pardon? Yeah. All right. You say, what was that, Lincoln County again? Hancock. Okay. Yeah, we didn't have that one on the board. I'm having to write it in. And here's some updates on the Bojangles scoreboard from Augusta. In the second quarter, it's George Walton Academy 7 and Aquinas 6. Lincoln County leading Hancock Central 14-0. Darlington leads Prince Avenue Christian 7-0 in the second quarter. Back here at the Purple Pit, 1st and 10 for Grady. Handed off to the tailback Jenkins. And Jenkins tries the left side, and looks like he's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That was Trayvon Bird on the stop for the Purple Hurricanes. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 42. I formation, 2 receivers wide to the left. Taylor on a long count. Hands it off to the tailback once again, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage for a loss on the play. Junior Reed came up and led the tacklers that time. Jenkins, loss of yard, 3rd and 10.5.
Big play coming up right here for the Monroe area defense. Need to force a punt, get the ball back.
Monroe area crowd on their feet here, trying to spur the defense on to make a hold on this 3rd down situation. Split in and a flanker this time. Taylor straight back to throw, fires it, is incomplete. It was batted by the linebacker John Callahan, and so it will be a punting situation again for the Gray Knights. Clock is stopped, 7:07 to go in the first half. Grady with 2 timeouts and Monroe area down to 1 left here in the first half. Have this coming in from the punt, a good punt, going to be taken at about the 23-yard line by Sigmund. Sigmund reverses field again, and they finally pull him down from behind at the 21-yard line. But there's a flag on the play on the far side, back about the 28. So we'll have to check and see what this penalty is. Looks like it's going to be against the Purple Hurricanes. And it will be a block in the back. The dreaded block in the back on the punt return. We have this score on the Bojangles scoreboard. Buford and North Oak Coney are tied 0-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half. A scoreless game at North Oak Coney. Ball is pushed back to the 11-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10. Truitt takes a snap. Quarterback keep. He's dancing around and hit and brought down at the 20-yard line. So a pickup of 9 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 20. Number 11, Bowie on the tackle for the Gray Knights. Monroe area up to the line. They've got a wide slot to the right. One receiver wide to the left. That's Brooks. He comes in motion. Handoff to Brooks. Looking for running room. Got a block across the 25 to the 26, but there's a flag thrown by the referee behind the play. So that's usually not good for the offense. It is holding the call against the Purple Hurricanes, so that's going to wipe out the gain. And back Monroe area up to the vicinity of the 9-yard line.
Takes away that first down, which would have been big.
That will be 2nd and 11. They mark him close to the 10. Got to go across the 21 to pick up the first down. Wide slot to the right. Truitt fakes. He's got running room out to the 20, the 25, all the way out to the 30-yard line. Jamon Glass brought him down at the 30, but that will be enough for a Monroe area first down. Gain of 21 yards on the play.
First down, Hurricanes.
5:56 to go in the first half. Grady leads 14-7. Monroe area has shown some good signs on offense, moving the football. Truitt takes the snap. He's going to run out to the left side. He's at the 40, gets a block by Brown, and gets up to the 43-yard line, a 13-yard gain, and a first down once again for the Purple Hurricanes.
That's 100 yards rushing now for Stanton Truitt on only 7 carries.
Yeah, that big touchdown run to give Monroe their touchdown and put some fire into this Purple Hurricane crowd. 3 down linemen for Grady. Truitt looking to throw, throws it over the middle. It's complete. Down to the, up to the 49-yard line. Kewan Brooks, 7-yard gain. Glass once again made the tackle. Pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd and about 2.5. They got to go almost to the Grady 48 for the first down. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Truitt by himself in the backfield. 3 receivers are split out. Fakes it to Brooks. Truitt runs it up the middle, gets to the Grady 49. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. The officials are looking at it, and they're going to call for a measurement. So 4:38. And we'll take a look at the Bojangles scoreboard. Buford has now taken a 3-0 lead over North Oconee in the second quarter. North Hall 13, Morgan County 6, still in the second. Third down and 1 out of the I formation this time. First time we've seen this for Monroe area. Quarterback sneak by Truitt, and he gets to about the 47. That's a 2-yard gain, and that will be enough for a Purple Hurricane first down. So the Purple Hurricane keep this drive alive. Got Brooks and Garrison split out wide to the left. Cody Brown wide to the right. Slot back also over there. Brooks comes in motion. Handed to Brooks. Got a reverse. Pitches it back, and the pass is incomplete. Gallup tried to throw it back to Truitt, but the pass was short and it was incomplete.
And another gadget play had worked earlier tonight. The penalty brought it back, but he was wide open. And again, that time Gallup tried to throw across his body, just didn't get it there.
Second down and 10. That stops the clock with 4:03 to go in the first half. 14-7. Grady leading. Purple Hurricanes up to the line. Wide slot to the left. Man comes in motion from right to left. That's Gallup. Truitt fakes to Gallup and dives ahead to the 46. Pickup of 2 yards. It'll be third down and a long 8. So a big third down play here to see if Monroe area can keep this drive alive. Players looking at their wristbands for the play. Monroe area signals them in from the sideline. Truitt with a running back with him in the backfield. That's Brooks. Fakes to Brooks. Truitt in trouble behind the line. And down he goes at the 49. Big number 85 came in there and broke the play up. That's Keenan Marr. And so now it will be fourth down for the Purple Hurricane at the Grady 49. And looks like the punt team is coming on with Cody Brown in punt formation.
First time we've seen a sack tonight by, well, either ball club. And that wasn't a big one, but it was big enough.
Michael Gallup is the up back in this punt formation. Snap goes to Brown. Brown with a short kick to one side of the field. Going to roll down to the 24. So it ends up as a 23-yard punt with no return. And Grady will take it first and 10 at their 24 with 2:26 to go in the first half.
14-7 right now. The Grady Knights jumped out to that 14-0 lead after taking advantage of 2 fumbles by Monroe area. The Canes got a long touchdown run by Stanton Truitt. That's where we stand right now.
Number 50, Dontavius Compton, the center, up over the ball for the Gray Knights. Taylor takes it, hands it off to the tailback Todd. He tries to find a hole on the left side. Picks up maybe 2 yards to the 26. Travis Butts stopped him there. It'll be second down and 8. 2 minutes and the clock is running. Grady has 2 timeouts left. I formation, and the Knights have a wide slot to the right. Taylor hands it off to the tailback off the right side. He's going to be brought down at the 28. So he picked up 2 more yards, does Jenkins. Butts and Trayvon Bird made the stop that time. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 1.5 minutes and the clock is running.
On your feet, Katy fans.
I want to remind you, coming up at halftime, Danny Daniels will be interviewing the athletic director from Loganville, longtime coach Tommy Stringer, and he's always a very interesting guest, so you don't want to miss that. Hand it off to the tailback. He's in trouble behind the line, and down he goes. Junior Reed blew in there on a blitz and brought him down 6 yards behind, or rather 7 yards at the 21-yard line. And the clock runs down 45 seconds. It's 4th down, and they're going to let this clock run. Monroe area not going to try to stop it. They have no timeouts left. And so Grady is going to let the clock run down as far as it can. Omar Scuderi is in the punt, and the kick snaps a little bit low, but it gets off a good high kick, hits at the Monroe 40. Going to roll back against the kicker and will be downed at the 43-yard line. So the Purple Hurricanes will have 13.3 seconds, no timeouts, to work with here right before the half. Can you get a long pass down the field?
13 seconds, man. They run clock.
They're not dropping anybody really deep.
Well, they looks like the free safety's about 15 yards back. Truitt going to roll and throw, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted at the 47-yard line by none other than Hakeem Todd, the tailback, playing in on defense, made the interception. So now Grady will have 7.4 seconds with the ball at their own 47.
3rd turnover of the half.
Well, maybe with only 7 seconds, this turnover will not hurt the Purple Hurricanes. But in the words of Gordon Soley, that remains to be seen.
There are 8 people out there who know who Gordon Soley is.
Taylor underneath center. They've got 3 receivers to the right this time. He's back to throw, and he's just going to drop down and kneel and let the clock run out. So it's going to be the end of the first half. Stay tuned now for the halftime show. Danny Daniels will be interviewing Loganville Athletic Director Tommy Stringer, and Brock Bridges will be here with the stats and the scores from other games around the area. This game may have an exciting finish, folks, so don't go anywhere. Stick with us. At halftime, the score is Grady 14, Monroe area 7.
Our show this year looks at one of the most exciting periods in music in American Motown. We begin with the Supremes, You Keep Me Hanging On, followed by the Temptations' hit, My Girl. Next, the
Well, I'm waiting. I'm talking.
First Through the Grapevine by the great Marvin Gaye. And they finish the show at the evening with I'll Be There, performed by the Jackson 5. The band is playing on the field by direction of Mr. Christopher McCall and drum major Martha Garcia. Drum major, is your band ready?
Tommy Stringer. Coach, you've been athletic director there since, 1921?
Probably seems like it sometimes, Danny, but not quite that long.
All right. Give us your assessment of these two teams. They look pretty evenly matched to me.
Well, I think they are. Both of them look like they got a lot of speed and good size. I think the difference in the ball game so far definitely has been the turnovers. I mean, Monroe took the football and turned it over and then drove it down there and laid it on the ground. And they picked it up and scored, and that's the difference in the ball game.
That and special teams play has got a lot to do with turnovers too. But what do you see the strengths of each of these ball clubs so far?
Well, I mean, I think, the things we've heard about Monroe, of course, I have not seen them play until last week when I saw them, but they got a lot of quickness, and a little bit bigger than I thought they were. I mean, they got some good-looking kids on defense that, that can run well and will hit you when they get there. So, it's going to be a battle the second half, I think. Grady, of course, the last 3 or 4 years, they've come a long ways as far as, getting some resurgence kind of in their program and in the community there. So they got a fair little crowd over there tonight. It'll be Thanksgiving weekend, but, they got some range. Those guys take about 3 steps and cover 10 yards. So, I mean, they're the kind of kids that'll big play you to death if you don't watch them, I think.
Playoff football, a lot of fun. I know you took some teams in Loganville to the playoffs back during your time there. Just a special time of the season. It's like World Series, I guess, in baseball. So everybody got a little bit of a jump in their step this time of year.
Well, they do. I mean, I think anytime you get to the playoffs, but I think anytime you can play on Thanksgiving weekend, it's a big accomplishment and it's a big thing in the kids' lives, I think. To have that opportunity to play on Thanksgiving weekend. It's bad that they've been out of school all the week, because I think you lose a little bit of that student body atmosphere and being around the kids and that kind of thing. And if you lose tonight with the students being out of school and they come back and, it's not the same atmosphere as it was if you'd won.
That's what interested me, that the routine's been broken all week long. A lot of these kids just lay around the house and get up and go to football practice and then go back to the house and lay around. Breaks your routine. Does that have a lot to do with your focus during the week?
I think it does. When I was coaching, I tell you what, I hated those days we were out of school. And, of course, a lot of places we played on some Saturdays. And, I hated those days because it just broke the routine. When we had to play on Saturday, I always made those kids get up and meet for breakfast somewhere and come in for film or skull or something. And, just to get them in kind of the same routine, not just let them stay in the bed at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning and then get up and try to get back into a program. I mean, I think, in particular with Walton being out of school all this week, I think that plays a tremendous part in preparation and that kind of stuff. It may give the coaches a little more time to do some things, but they don't cross that sideline and play. So those kids just got to cross there and play. And mental attitude, means so much, I think, in not only preparation but how you are at game time.
All right, let's talk a little college football. You're a Crimson Tide guy. And now all of a sudden they're still at number 2 with a chance to probably, I still think they're going to play for the national championship. Even with that one loss, you got to be excited. And nobody goes undefeated anymore. I don't know if Notre Dame will or not.
Well, I think in modern age football, and I say modern age football, I can remember when Coach Bryant was at Alabama, and he used to say, it's impossible to get your team up more than 2 or 3 times a year to their peak performance. And I think when you hit that stretch where you play 3 or 4 really good Southeastern Conference teams in a row, and you got to prepare, and I think that's what happened to Alabama. They played Mississippi State, who was undefeated at the time, and then they played LSU, and then they turned around and played Texas A&M, who is a lot better than everybody thought they were going to be because of the quarterback. And I think it's just hard, week in, week out, and particularly if you get an injury or two, to go undefeated anymore. I mean, I just think that's hard to do because of just so many good kids out there, and plus everybody's spreading the field so much now to you take 2 or 3 good kids that can throw and catch, and you miss a tackle, and it's 6 points.
Well, you talked about the schedule. If there's anybody in the country that plays an SEC-type schedule, it's got to be Notre Dame.
Well, yeah, they do. I mean, first of the season, nobody had any kind of idea they'd be where they are today. I mean, people would have bet the house and everything else if you told them they'd be 11-0 at this point in the season. But they worked hard, and I think that's a compliment to the coaches and to the kids that are there. I mean, they went through that period of time, and you see all those things they talk about on TV and the talk shows now about how long it's been since they've been here and how long they've been since, they've done this and done that. And that's a compliment to Brian Kelly, I think, and that staff up there, is to get those kids to buy in what they're doing. And when he was at Cincinnati, he was a big offensive guy. They couldn't play defense. Now, this year, they're a tremendous defensive football team. So, they got a chance. I think if you play good defense, you got a chance every time you step on that field.
All right, who's going to be playing for the national championship?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Alabama's got to get by Auburn, and then they got to get by, I think the next weekend, Georgia, if Alabama gets to play Georgia, I think that might be the national championship game. Even though, Florida still got a shot at it, and Georgia's got a shot at it. I mean, I think this is the thing that makes college football so exciting and everybody, criticize the BCS, but my gosh, at least it keeps the interest all the way through football season. You don't have to wait till the bowl games like you used to decide who's going to be number one and that kind of thing. I think if there's a downside, it is that one bowl game means something and the rest of them don't mean much anymore. But, from a coaching standpoint, all those guys are interested in getting that 4 or 5 extra weeks of practice and an extra spring practice, to get the jump start on next year. So that's a big thing about so many bowls being played and that kind of thing today. I think those guys that are coaching in that thing, and it gives them an opportunity to get those kids ready to play, with an extra 3 or 4 or 5 weeks of practice after the season's over with.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Tommy Stringer, the athletic director at Loganville High School. We appreciate it, and maybe we'll get to do this again next week.
That'll be good. Thanks, Danny, for having me on.
All right, Tommy Stringer. Let's take about a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more from Hurricane Alley, the Purple Pit, right after this. 3 minutes.
$60 for a year.
That's like, I'm going to tell you this, and I tell you, one of them got me advertised in Birmingham, play president. I'm going to get me advertised on there. Let's get on there. They look for somebody. Got me subscriber.
That's how I was keeping You're supposed to be on the air. Paul, what are we doing? You need Brock on the air. He should have been on the air 10 minutes ago.
Don't get mad at me, man. Don't get mad at me. I was sitting over there waiting for somebody to tell me. Goddamn. Shit, don't get mad at me for that. It wasn't my fault. Shit, don't get mad at me, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
Coach Stringer on Monday over in Logan, so bring you some laps. You got 8 minutes because you got 3 minutes plus this.
All right. Welcome back, folks, to the WMQ Game of the Week. We got another good one here in the Purple Pit. 14-7, Grady is up. They have the advantage. I'm going to run through some stats, and some of them might be kind of surprising to you. Grady has the lead, 14-7, but they only have 81 total yards, thanks to 2 early fumbles for Monroe, in which Grady converted both the first time. Monroe got the ball, good field position. They fumbled on the second play. Grady drove down the field, and Isaiah Jenkins scored a 4-yard touchdown run to go up 7-0. Monroe would drive down the field on mainly thanks to a 48-yard reverse pass by Gallup, who he met up with TJ Sigmund down the field. So Monroe was looking like they would tie the game, maybe 7-7. They were on the 30, and then Stanton Truitt just couldn't come up with the snap as he was trying to hand it off to Quan. Grady scooped it and scored, and that's where they went up 14-0. Monroe, however, after traded possessions, Stanton Truitt, 53-yard touchdown run. That was after he had basically been shut down the whole game. He had already fumbled twice and only had a couple of decent runs. He found the up the middle 53 yards, and that is Monroe's only score. Stanton Truitt is 3 for 6, 33 yards. He's thrown no touchdowns, and he's thrown an interception. Running the ball, 10 carries, 100 yards. So he has broken that 100-yard mark. Quan Brooks, the running back, 5 carries, 8 yards. He hasn't been able to do anything today except for a 7-yard reception he has. DeMett Kemp, 2 carries, -1 yards. Junior Reed, 2 carries, 13 yards. And Michael Gallup, 1 carry, 6 yards. Gallup also has 2 passes, 1 for 2, 48 yards, including that reverse pass to TJ Sigmund for 48. That 48 for TJ Sigmund is all of his receiving yards. DeMett Kemp caught a 24-yard pass. Gallup also has caught a 2-yard pass, and Quan Brooks has also caught a 7-yard pass. So 126 rushing yards, 33 passing yards, 159 total yards for Monroe. Grady has 59 rushing yards, 22 passing yards, and 81 total yards. So that is your stat breakdown. Now I got a bunch of scores to run through. We're in the second round of AA through 6A and first round in single A. I'll start in single A. Athens Academy and Mount Pisgah, 0-0 in the second quarter. Darlington up on Prince Avenue Christian, 7-0. That game is in the second quarter. Athens Christian 7, Walker 6. That game is in the second quarter. George Walton Academy against Aquinas, 14-12. George Walton Academy in the second quarter. Commerce traveling all the way down to the tip of Georgia, Seminole County. Seminole County leads that one 23-7. Jefferson, and now moving on to Class AA, Jefferson has a 21-7 lead over Westminster. Calhoun has a 14-0 lead over Washington Wilkes. That is also in the second quarter. So that is our AA teams that we cover in the playoffs. AAA, Buford and North Oconee. Buford is up 13-0 at halftime. I would like to mention that the score was tied 0-0 with 2 minutes left in the first half, and Buford reeled off 13 straight points thanks to a touchdown and 2 field goals. North Hall is up on Morgan County. Morgan County with that great win against Gordon Central last week. They are down to North Hall 13-6. That is 13-6 North Hall in the second quarter. St. Pius and Hart County. Hart County playing them tough. St. Pius 14, Hart County 7. That is in the second quarter. The winner of this game that we're at, Monroe Grady, the winner of this game will play the winner of South Effingham and Westover. That game is tied 14-14 in the second quarter. Now, as far as Jefferson's concerned, Jefferson and Westminster, Jefferson has a 21-7 lead. The winner of that game will play the winner of Vidalia and Fitzgerald. Vidalia is up 7-0 over Fitzgerald. And as far as North Oconee is concerned and Buford's up 13-0 at halftime, like I said. The winner of that game plays Carver versus Rockmart. Carver's up 13-0 in the second quarter of that game. Also, Lincoln County is up on Hancock 14-0, and those are the scores. I'm going to run through them really fast. Once again, Athens Academy 0, Mount Pisgah 0, second quarter. Darlington 7, Prince Avenue Christian 0, second quarter. Athens Christian 7, Walker 6, second quarter. George Walton 14, Aquinas 12, that's in the second quarter. Seminole County 23, Commerce 7, that is in the second quarter. Jefferson 21, Westminster 7, that is in the second quarter. Washington Wilkes 0, Calhoun 14 in the second. North Oconee 0, Buford 13, halftime. North Hall 13, Morgan County 6, second quarter. St. Pius 14, Hart County 7, second quarter. South Effingham 14, Westover 14, second quarter. Vidalia was up 7-0 on Fitzgerald in the first quarter, and Carver was up on Rockmart 13-0 in the second quarter. So now we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, there will be about 2 minutes till we kick off the second half. So for WMQ 90.3, we'll be back.
All 5 of his children play sports in Clarkson.
3 of them. No, all 5 of them.
College, they play some college.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay.
They was starting punter in Georgia, and they gave him a scholarship to Clemson, so he played.
Hey, can you hear me? Okay, I lost you for just a second. All right, it's
All right, what do we got, Paul? Are you bringing this back or what?
Yeah, you can bring it back because I don't have any score.
You didn't give all the scores?
Yeah, I gave all the scores. Yeah.
Thanks, Danny Daniels and Brock Bridges for the halftime show. This is Charles Bellflower and Danny Daniels coming back in for the second half of this contest in the second round of the State Quad A playoffs. And Danny, it looks like if Monroe can eliminate the fumbles, they may have a chance here in the second half.
Well, that's what we're talking about. I can talk more in about 5 minutes when I get through walking up the steps.
Danny just sprinted up Mile High Stadium to get to the press box.
Yeah, but if they can hold on to the football, then they'll be all right. They can compete with this team. I don't think there's much difference at all in personnel, but got to hold down the turnovers.
And Grady had won the toss and deferred to the second half, so we assume that they will take the football to begin the second half, and they will. Cody Brown is leading the kickoff team out on the field for Monroe area. The Purple Hurricanes will be moving from left to right here as we begin the third quarter.
Tell you what, we talked about that wind before the ball game, and it's really brisk down there. I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with the second half or not, but it's whipping.
3 men back deep for Grady, 1 in the middle and flanker off to each side. Cody Brown with the Bowes Wrecker service of Madison kickoff, and it's all the way into the end zone, which is an automatic touchback in high school football, so Grady will start at 1st and 10 at their 20.
And I'm really not sure why they put that rule in, but I guess it's a good one.
Well, you know, I asked a lot of the old-time coaches. Billy Henderson, he told me he didn't know, and he's been a high school coach since the 50s. Of course, he's retired now, but he coached for 45 years. It may have something to do with the collision.
Yeah.
Trying to prevent injury. The only thing I could think of. I formation, wide slot to the right. Taylor hands it off to the tailback. He's out to the 45, or rather the 25 to the close to the 29. That's Isaiah Jenkins. He's 190 pounds.
They've just about gone away from Todd and gone to Jenkins as a ball carrier. I don't know if Todd's hurt or not.
Taylor, the quarterback, 6'5".
No, Todd's in there now. I think that's him, the tailback. No, it's not.
And the quarterback, Taylor, goes straight ahead. And he picks up the first down on the quarterback sneak, I guess you'd call it, out to the 33-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards. First down for the Gray Knights out of Atlanta, Georgia. High formation, wide slot to the left. Handed off to the tailback once again. He is slowed up in the backfield, and then he's brought down. That's Jenkins once again. The linebacker, John Callahan, got in there and brought him down. And Daniel Royston hit him first, slowed him up. 2nd 15, loss of 5 yards on that play.
John Callahan's really played well here in the postseason. He had some big tackles last week against Shaw and played another good ball game tonight.
High formation this time. They have a split end to the left and a flanker to the right. Taylor fakes. Back to throw, scrambling off to the right side, and down he goes near the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a yard. And they tackled Trayvon Bird for Monroe area, and it will bring up 3rd and 15. Third and 13. He picked up a couple of yards on the scramble. Grady at their own 30-yard line. 9:45 to go in the third quarter. They lead it 14-7. Big third down early here in the third. Man comes in motion. Taylor back to throw, looking. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 26-yard line. Number 33, DJ Smith, was in there leading the tacklers, and that's a loss of 3 yards on the play. 4th and 16. So a punting situation for the Gray Knights.
Second sack of the ball game, and again, we talked about it late in the second quarter. You can see these offensive and defensive lines for Monroe playing with a lot more confidence right now.
Omar Shandari lined it up in punt formation. The ball's way back, and now he's going to throw a pass, and he's got a man out there, and it's complete. What a play. The ball was, the snap was bad, and he ran all the way back almost to the goal line, and then looked like he was going to kick, and then he threw a pass. So a lot of the crowd here are hollering for a lineman downfield penalty.
I really thought he was going to take a safety. He was running back toward his own end zone. He had the ball in his hand. And I think he was thinking about 2 points. Now they're going to give it to Monroe.
So it was complete to Darian Shelton, but it was not enough for the first down. That was one of the oddest plays we've seen. And Monroe area is going to get the football at the Grady 41-yard line. So the Purple Hurricanes up to the line. And the Purple Hurricane with some confusion, and they're going to have to call a timeout. And those timeouts may be valuable as we near the conclusion of this contest. Timeout on the field, 8:38 to go in the third quarter. The score, Grady 14, Monroe area 7.
That's what I thought.
It wasn't a bad snap. Well, I was looking down. It's kind of low snap. Because I wasn't even looking at him. I was waiting for him to punt the ball. Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges back here with you at the Purple Pit, where the Monroe area Purple Hurricanes have it 1st and 10 at the Grady 41. Handoff on the option play goes to Brooks. Brooks down to the 31-yard line.
That's a little more like the K1 Brooks we're used to seeing. He ran with little determination that time.
Going to be close to the first down. It'll be second down. Well, no, now they say it is a first down. So close enough for the first down at the 31-yard line. Wide slot to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Truitt. Hand off to Brooks again. And Brooks still on his feet, carrying tacklers to the 22, close to the 21. We'll have to see where they're spotted. I think this is going to be second down and about a yard. Ball is at just short of the Grady 21. Hand it off to Brooks again, running off that option motion. He gets down to the 15-yard line for a first down. 1st and 10 at the Grady 15.
3 straight times he's run the football and has gotten big yardage every time, and they're running between the guards.
And a timeout now has been called by Grady to make some defensive adjustments. So we'll also take a timeout. 7:40 left in the third quarter. The score, Grady 14, Monroe area 7.
Oh, wait, that's a half. Oh, you're in Jefferson. Shut him out.
Yeah.
Washington Wills?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the score.
$7:40 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, you can't.
Grady 14, Monroe area 7. Monroe 1st and 10 now at the Grady 15-yard line. Trying to punch a touchdown in here and tie this game up. Purple Hurricane had to come from behind last week against Shaw. Can they do it again here tonight against a tough Grady team? Truitt takes the snap. They run the option and they pitch it out to Reed. Reed hit at the 10, breaks the tackle, and is brought down there. Quite a collision there with the defender, but Reed kept his feet and got down to the 10. So it's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 10.
I don't know who that defender was, but he's seeing little birdies right now.
Yeah, Reed really hit him. Garrison and Gallup are slotted wide to the left. Reed and Brooks in the backfield with Truitt. Truitt runs on the option motion to the left to hand it straight up to Reed, and that time he didn't get anything. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
He ran into Mark Reeves, and Reeves laid about the kind of hit on him that the Monroe runner just laid on their defensive player.
Big 3rd down. Cody Brown checks in.
Look at the score. Cal 35.
Junior Reed comes out for the Purple Hurricanes. Now we have an empty backfield. Snaps a little high. Truitt keeps it and goes off of left tackle, and he's going to be close to the 1st down. I think he's got it. Have to see where they spot it. They're going to mark it 4th down. He's just short of the 5-yard line. Got to go to the 5 to get the 1st down. So Monroe area obviously going to go for it here. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Truitt in the backfield all by himself. Gonna fake it, Truitt up the middle. Now he's gonna get the 1st down and get all the way down to about the 2-yard line. It's gonna be 1st and goal to go for Monroe area.
That time he faked it to Brooks coming in motion toward him, and Brooks kept going around the corner, and the quarterback, Truitt, cut in behind him and got the 1st down.
And a lot of the crowd standing here on the Monroe side as they smell the goal line. Truitt with the snap, hands it off to Junior Reed. Junior Reed, touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run, and it's 14-13, and pending the extra point, Monroe area could tie it. Now last week, as you recall, Danny, they had an extra point blocked.
Yep.
at this same juncture when it was 14-13. So hopefully they've made some corrections. Jamison Raines is the holder and Cody Brown is the kicker. And somebody jumped, and we've got a flag. Now let's see who will they call it against. The referee meeting with the line judge and the head linesman. And will be offsides against Grady. So now you have the option. You can move it down to the 1.5 or decline it. Sometimes when you move it up closer, that messes with the distance that the kicker's used to kicking it. But they will take it. So back to the extra point attempt, Cody Brown. Snaps a little high, they get it set down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So timeout on the field, 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. The score now, Monroe area 14, Grady 14. Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges back here with you at the Purple Pit, where we've got a ball game now. It's 14-14 with 5:12 to go in the third quarter. Cody Brown has it teed up on the far hash mark to kick it off. 3 men back deep to receive for Grady. And there's Brown with the Bose Record Service of Madison kickoff. Is taking it to 5-yard line out to the 10, 15, 20. Goes the return man, Bryce Harris. They'll mark him at the 23. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Junior Reed made the stop. He scored the last touchdown, then made the tackle on the kickoff team. A lot of good athletes for Monroe area, play both ways and on special teams. Grady with the play call from the sideline, so he immediately come up to the line of scrimmage. This time they have a single running back. They're going to hand it off to the wing back, and he's loose to the 29-yard line. That was number 6, Hakeem Todd. He was lined up as a wingback that time, and he got about 7 yards. Number 3, Michael Gallup was there. T.J. Sigmund also there to help with the tackle.
And obviously Todd's okay. We hadn't seen him in a while, but he's back out there.
Our receiver lined up, Patrick Carroll, wide to the right. Back to the I formation with 2 tight ends. Hand it off to the tailback off right tackle. That was Todd, and he gets up to the 34. Gain of 5 yards. Callahan, the linebacker, made the stop. That's a first down for Grady.
Now Grady getting some momentum running the football.
Down to 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and the clock is running in the third quarter. Carroll comes wide to the left this time. 2 tight ends, the I formation. Hand off to the tailback, and he's hit behind the line and gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was Todd. DJ Smith went low and hit him and stopped him there at the 34. Second down and about 10 and a half.
Slow developing play that time. Looked like Todd had to wait for the quarterback to bring in the ball.
.325 in the third quarter. This time 3 receivers wide to the right for Grady. Taylor back to throw. He's under pressure and he's going to be sacked behind the line. Number 7, Trayvon Bird was in there. He led the tacklers, and it's going to bring up third down now. And the ball is at the 28. They've got to go all the way to the 44, third and 16. Aggressive defensive play by Monroe area that time. Keon Camp in the defensive backfield along with Michael Gallup. TJ Sigmund on the corner. Taylor rolls to his right to throw under pressure. Throws, got a man wide open. And it's complete at the 45 to the 46. He's going to have the first down. That was Deshaun Benton. Junior Reed made the tackle, and luckily Reed was a little bit further away from him, or Benton could have broke loose.
They hadn't thrown it much, but when they have thrown it, they've been pretty accurate.
Adam, third and 16. Now it's first and 10. They go back to the tailback off of left tackle. Pick up of about 2 yards is Todd, and Travis Butts was the leading tackler on that play. John Callahan was in there. No gain, maybe a foot, half yard, a whole yard. Ball at the 47. Second and a long 9. Those 3 receivers wide to the right again. Taylor back to throw, got plenty of protection, throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for number 81, Darren Dowell. He's big 6'5", 232-pound tight end. And John Callahan was on the coverage. Third down and 9.
Big play in this ball game coming up right now. And the crowd knows it.
Taylor back to throw, fakes. Now he's going to scramble, he's going to run, and he's going to go down behind the line. Travis Butts was there. DJ Smith, Jarius Harris, all there to bring him down. Loss of 6 yards. It'll be fourth down and 15. We got a minute left in the third quarter. TJ Sigmund is back deep to receive the punt from Omar Sanderi. Snaps a little bit high again. This time he holds position and kicks it high. Sigmund takes it at the 25 and going to be downed immediately there. So 35 seconds left. That was a 32-yard punt by Scandari. And Monroe area takes over first and 10, just short of the 25. Wide slot to the left. Hand off to Brooks up the middle. Brooks got across the 25, where he is brought down by big number 85, Brendan Cononor. after a pickup of 3 yards on the play.
Canes have gone a lot more to that read option here in the second half.
Faked it to Reed. Truitt keeps, and he's going to go down near the line of scrimmage. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. And that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, the score now, Monroe area 14, Grady 14. That's in the 4th. Academy is losing. We're about to begin the 4th quarter of action. Let's get some scores off the Bojangles scoreboard. Mount Pisgah is leading Athens Academy 13-0 at the half.
Thanks, man.
Prince Avenue Christian and Darlington are tied 14-14 at the half. Athens Christian leads Walker 7-6 at the half. 3rd and 8 for Monroe area. Truitt rolls to throw, and it is incomplete. Intended for Gallup at the 36-yard line, but it was thrown low.
Gallup came back and tried to get it, and his feet went out from under him, but I don't know if he makes the play or not. The pass was still not very high off the ground.
Continuing with the Bojangles scoreboard, a big score here for the listeners in Walton County is George Walton 21, Aquinas 12 in the 2nd quarter. Cody Brown in punt formation, and there's a punt. Going to hit at the 45 of Grady and roll dead at the 42. So a 32-yard punt by Brown, and Grady has it in relatively good field position at their own 42. Continuing on with the Bojangles scoreboard, Seminole County 23, Commerce 7 in the 2nd quarter. Jefferson 21, Westminster 7. Calhoun 21, Washington Wilkes nothing in the 2nd quarter. Buford leads North Oconee 13-0 in the 4th quarter. North Hall 13, Morgan County 9 at the half. And Grady is up to the line. 1st and 10 at their 42. I formation with a man in motion. Taylor, 3-step drop. Now he's going to scramble. He gets out to the 45, still on his feet, and is brought down at the 46-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Good athletic ability that time shown by the quarterback as he almost went down 2 or 3 times. Looked like Stanton Truitt out there as he just refused to hit the dirt.
And here's an important score. Is South Effingham 27 and Westover 14 in the 3rd quarter. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game, Monroe area or Grady. Grady hands off to the tailback. He gets to the 50-yard line. That was Todd once again. Maybe got over to the Monroe area 49. 3rd down and 1. Like Jarris Harris was leading the tacklers on the right side of the Monroe area defense. Big 3rd and 1, and Grady's going to call timeout to talk it over. So we'll also take a timeout. 10:36 left in the game. The score, Monroe area 14, Grady 14. Yeah. Right, it'll be here next week at Monroe if they win. Third down and 1 for Grady at the Monroe area 48-yard line. Taylor, the big 6'5" quarterback, goes straight ahead, and he gets to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down. And the stop was made by Jarius Harris. First and 10 at the 45. 10.5 minutes, and the clock is running left in the game. It's 14-14. Can the Monroe area defense rise to the occasion? Or will Grady drive it in for a score? Pitch back to the tailback, halfback pass. Going to throw it, got a man down at the 5, and it's going to be incomplete. Tried to make a diving catch, did Deshaun Benton at the goal line, but he could not come up with it. So a little gadget play, which was a pretty good call because they've been running that sweep a lot, and then all of a sudden he pulled up through the pass.
Worked for Monroe area back in the first half, and that pass just a little overthrown. The defender had been beaten in that chase for the pylon, and pass just too long.
Formation, 2nd and 10. They go back to the tailback off of left tackle. And he's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. That was Todd.
Wow.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8 at the Monroe area 44. We're here on the home side of the field, which is Monroe area. You may hear a lot of crowd noise. Pretty good crowd from Grady came down to the game, seated across the way. Taylor straight back to throw. Now he's going to run it, and down he goes. Back at the 45-yard line. DJ Smith was the leading tackler on the play. Lost 2. And now it's 4th down and 10. And the punter, Omar Scuderi, checks in to punt.
And the Canes have not tried to block a punt here in the postseason that I know of, and this is the kind you try to block.
TJ Sigmund is back deep to receive the punt, standing at the 15-yard line. There's a snap. Good high kick. Sigmund's going to catch it and go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Didn't try to block it, tried to set up a return.
They got a pretty good size punter there. Scuderi, 6'3", 220 pounds. 8:38 left in the game. Ball's on the 14-yard line. Bojangles scoreboard, these just in. Prince Avenue Christian 28, Darlington 21 in the 3rd. And Walker 14, Athens Christian 7 in the 3rd. Monroe area up to the line. Truitt with the ball, going to run the option play, going to pitch it out to Gallup. Gallup breaks one tackle. He's at the 20, the 25, across the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds there at the 30-yard line by Marquavius Henry.
And again, they went back to that read option, and they've used it a lot here in the second half. And it's been good for them.
And mark him at the 30-yard line. That was a gain of 15 on the play, if you're keeping stats at home.
And if you are, you really need a life.
Hand off to Brooks. Brooks up the middle. And he's all the way across the 45 down to about the Monroe area 48-yard line. a 13-yard gain by Brooks, and another first down for the Purple Hurricanes.
First down, King.
8:24 to go.
Brooks now with 55 yards in the ball game.
Seems like more than that.
Yeah.
Wide slot to the left. Man comes in motion. Handed off to Brooks. Brooks across the 45, carrying tacklers all the way down to the Grady 40-yard line. And will be enough for another first down. 12-yard gain. And a player is down for Grady. Back about the midfield stripe. And the medical staff out attending to the player. That's Davis Willingham, a big guard, 5'10", 304 pounds. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout for the injury with 8:02 left in the game. It's Grady 14, Monroe area 14. So Willingham gets up under his own power and jogs off the field. So we're ready to play. 1st and 10 for Monroe area at the Grady 40-yard line. Single running back there with Truitt. Gallup comes in motion. Truitt fakes. He's at the 35, down about the 33-yard line. Tried to sweep the left side. He was pulled down by Hakeem Todd.
Counter option that time. He went one way and then came back to the other. And then I don't know who he jerked by the shoulder pads, one of his teammates, like he might have gone the wrong way.
2nd down and 3. They picked up 7. Stanton Truitt alone in the backfield this time. Brooks comes in motion. Fakes it to Brooks. Truitt runs it straight up the middle. And he gets to about the 29-yard line. And that should be enough for a Monroe area first down. First and 10 for Monroe area at the Grady 29. 7:13 left in the game.
This Grady team had only come in here with 2 losses. So this is a good football team, but they wouldn't be here at all.
Truitt in the empty backfield. Brooks comes in motion. Hands it off that time to Brooks. Brooks stumbling backwards and gets across the 25 down to the 24 for a pickup of 5. Let's see, they're going to mark him back at the 25, so it'll pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
We got to start thinking about field goal now, Charles. 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game and a tie game.
Well, Cody Brown is an excellent kicker. 2nd down and 5 at the 25. Empty backfield for Truitt. Fakes it to Gallup in motion. He goes around the left side across the 20 down to the 17-yard line. That's going to be an 8-yard pickup and another first down for the Purple Hurricane.
Forget about the field goal.
Well, 6:13 left in the game. Monroe area knocking on the door at the Grady 17. Clock starts. Truitt alone in the backfield again. Brooks is split wide to the left. Truitt going to take and run out to the right. He's got a block, and somebody came in there and really hit him hard about the 14. That was Isaiah Jenkins, who we've seen at tailback tonight.
Has a good open field tackle by Jenkins, too. And that's not easy to do on Stanton Truitt, but he just cut him off at the knees.
Pickup of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line. Brown and Brooks are slotted wide to the left. Stanton alone in the backfield. Gallup is split wide to the right. Truitt going to roll to the left. Look to throw. Throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Cody Brown down around the 5-yard line. Marcavius Henry was on the coverage for Grady.
And the coaches in the stands want Stanton to just take it and run.
You can always find more coaches in the stands than you can on the sideline.
Hey, Gainesville took the lead, 42-35.
They don't have to answer those emails.
Clock is stopped with 5:16 left in the game, 3rd and 8. Got Brooks in the backfield with Truitt on this play. Handed off to Brooks, and he hit a rock wall on the left side after he picked up a couple of yards on the play. Big number 33, Therese Dixon, 6'2", 224 pounds, made the stop.
And guess what? Cody Brown's on the field.
He's going to set it down at the 20-yard line, the 19. Sets it down at the 19. It'll be a 29-yard attempt for Cody Brown on the far hash mark. Trying to give Monroe area the lead. It's set down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Wide to the left. Just missed it. And so the scoring opportunity for Monroe area goes wide of the upright. It was one of those plays that was very close to that upright, so we had to wait for the officials to give the signal.
Oh, I know.
And the officials underneath the goalpost were looking at each other to make sure both of them agreed. And they did agree. They agreed it was no good. So Grady will take over 1st and 10 at their 20 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game. We're tied 14-14. I formation, handoff to the tailback. He gets out to about the 23-yard line. That was Todd on the carry, and Jarius Harris, the defensive tackle, made the stop. 2nd down and 7 from the 23. 4 minutes. Keep your eye on that clock. I formation, wide slot to the right. Taylor back to throw. Throws it out in the flat, and it's complete for a short gain to the 25.
And what a great tackle out there by T.J. Sigmund.
He was right on top of the receiver, Amar Smith. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. They picked up 3 yards on the pass completion. Monroe fans standing here on this big 3rd down situation. Now this time, Grady goes to split backs, and Taylor's back to throw. He's going to throw it out. It's complete at the 30 to the 35, and that's going to be enough for the 1st down. Isaiah Jenkins made the reception for the 9-yard gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Grady at their own 35.
Pretty good arm that time by the quarterback as he hit the running back out of the backfield and hit him in stride. Only got to take a couple of strides, but they were enough for the 1st down yardage.
2:50 and the clock is running left in the game. We're tied 14-14. Grady with the ball, 1st and 10 at their 35. Out of the I formation. And we got a flag on the play thrown by the umpire. And also one thrown by the line judge. And it looks like it may be against Grady. It is a legal procedure. And that's going to back the Gray Knights up 5 yards to their own 30 and make it 1st and 15. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. Second round of the state Quad A playoffs. They go back into the I formation. The flanker to the right comes in motion to the left. Back to throw, throws it out complete, and he broke a tackle to the 35, to the 45, to the 50, and they finally pull him down from behind at the Monroe area 42-yard line. That was number 26 on the reception for Grady. So it went from the 35 to the 42. That's 15 and 7, 22-yard gain on that little screen pass out in the flat.
And somebody missed the tackle right after he caught the ball.
2:14 and the clock is running. Grady up to the line. This time they have the single running back behind Taylor. Taylor back to throw. With protection, throws it, and it is incomplete at the 32-yard line. Pass was intended for Amir Smith. Tried to make the diving catch. Darius Malcolm was on the coverage.
And now Grady's starting to think field goal range.
Well, we didn't see their kicker in the warm-ups. Didn't pay that close of attention to him, so I don't know what kind of range he may have. 2:09 left, 2nd and 10 at the Monroe area 42 for the Grady Gray Knights. They got 4 receivers and a single running back behind Taylor. Taylor back to throw, going to throw it out, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted by T.J. Sigmund. It was intended for Smith once again. 3rd and 10.
All right, biggest play of the game coming up right here. 3rd down and 10 from the Monroe 42-yard line. Stop them here, force a punt, get the ball back with a minute and a half to go.
2:04, 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down for Grady. And I think Grady is going to call a timeout. And they do. So we'll take a timeout on the field. 2:04 left to go in the game. The score, Monroe area 14, Grady 14. Hey, Brock, I thought they broke the huddle with 12 men. Hey, Charles, we got one final. Seminole County 36, Combo 7.
Yeah.
Half of those 106 came on that one play.
Yeah.
You know, Charles, looking at some statistics for the Grady team, they've got 160 total yards in this ball game. 80 came on that fumble return. So Monroe area has held them to less than 100 except for that one play.
Now we're back to the big 3rd and 10 play. This time they got 2 wing backs and 2 split ends. One of the wingbacks comes in motion. Taylor straight back to throw, trying to set up a middle screen. Is complete to the 35, to the 30. He's got a block to the 20, the 15, and they pull him down at about the 5-yard line. But we've got 2 flags back at the 40-yard line. He completed the middle screen pass to Todd, but it looks like a 35-yard gain is coming back. And the dreaded holding call against Grady, and that's going to wipe out a tremendous play by the Gray Knights and make it 3rd and about 20. Looked like they threw the flag at the 40, so it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. They put it back at the 50-yard line. They got to go to the 32 to get a first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 18. We got our first final of the night on the Bojangles scoreboard. It was Seminole County 36 and Commerce 7. That is a final from Donaldsonville. 36-7. Seminole County over Commerce. Minute 54, it's 3rd and 20 at the 50-yard line for Grady. They're out of the I formation and a wide slot to the left. Taylor rolls to his left, looking to throw. He fell down. He fell down back at the 38-yard line. His feet just went right out from under him. And now Monroe area is trying to get a timeout. Coach Fligg running halfway to the hash mark to get the officials' attention. So it's going to be 4th down, and he lost 12 yards on that play. It'll be 4th and 32, minute 38 to go. Timeout on the field. It's Monroe area 14, Grady 14.
County lost 13-0.
13-0. Monroe County lost to Buford 13-0. That's final. Yeah, that's a final, yeah.
Good for them.
And Morgan County lost 13-9.
To North Hall. Okay.
North Hall, okay.
Here's a couple of finals on the Bojangles scoreboard just in. North Hall has eliminated Morgan County 13-9, and Buford has ended the North Oconee Titans season 13-0. Scandieri into punt. He's standing back as his own 22. TJ Sigmund stands at the Monroe 30, and he had trouble fielding the snap. Sigmund takes it at the 25, and he's looking for a block, trying to get around the corner. Got a block to the 25, but there's a flag there. Looks like it's going to be a clip or a block in the back. So a tough play for Monroe area, but that happens sometimes when you see a runner reverse their field.
Just trying to help out, but when you block behind the runner, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
A penalty occurred at about the 25, and so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Okay, they're going to mark him at the 11-yard line. Penalty occurred at the 21. 10-yard penalty. Minute 23 to go in this game. Monroe area, you could say, trapped down at their own 11. And now we got a flag thrown by the back judge. And let's see what this is. He's coming in to tell the referee, and the referee will give us a signal. That is an illegal substitution against Grady. So that's a 5-yard penalty. So that moves the ball out to the 16 and makes it 1st and 5 from the 16. Truitt with Brooks in the backfield, 2 split ends. Handed off to Brooks up the middle. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets to about the 25. Pickup of 9, maybe 9.5. It's enough for the first down, so they mark it right at the 26. Minute 18, and the clock is running. Wide slot to the left. Snap it to Truitt. And there's a flag on the play. And this one's going to be a legal procedure against Monroe area, so that will back them up to their own 21. 1st and 15, a minute 11 left in this game. We're tied 14-14. Somebody may need to check the rule book for the overtime procedure. Truitt in the backfield. He's just going to take it and run ahead. He broke it to the 30, 35, cuts back 40, 45, 50, 45, all the way down to the Grady 43-yard line. A 37-yard gain by Truitt. And it's a first down for Monroe area at the Grady 43. We have a man down for Monroe, one of the big linemen, but they're helping him up, and he'll be able to get off the field on his own power. That's Grayson Williams. Got a couple of medical staff with him.
It's 162 yards rushing on the night so far for Stanton Truitt.
Well, if he runs this next one for a touchdown, it'll be 205. 49.7 seconds. Garrison and Gallup are slotted wide to the right. Truitt going to roll to the right. Now he's going to cut back. He's at the 40, the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Stanton Truitt trying to do what he did last week. Bring the Purple Hurricanes from behind late in the game. We're down to 30 seconds. And we've got a discussion by the officials. And they're calling for the chains to measure to see if this is a first down. Now you're talking field goal. You still got a 50-yarder here. You're going to have to get it in closer.
Just don't throw it and have it picked off.
The officials bring the chains out. Ball setting about halfway between the 32 and the 33. They stretch the chain. And they set it down, and it will be enough for the first down by the length of the football. It's at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Monroe area, 30 seconds. Monroe area has 1 timeout left, and Grady has none. Truitt with Brooks in the backfield and a wide slot to the left. Truitt going to run it up the middle, 25. He lost the football, but it's recovered by Monroe area. Number 9 was right there to meet Kemp, but he cannot advance an offensive fumble. So Monroe area is trying to line up. We've got confusion with 10 seconds.
Should have stopped the clock on the first down anyway.
Yeah, so now we've got some discussions about the clock going on with the referee and officials. Did he get the first down? Is the question. And now the official referee signals to stop the clock. We got an official's timeout. 10.2 seconds. Ball is going to be at about the 23-yard line. It may be a first down, so let's stretch the chain. It is a first down at the 23-yard line. You got 10 seconds. And Monroe area is up to run a play. But I think they're asking for time to be added to the clock, but they're not going to get it. The referee still got it stopped. Yeah, they do get time back to 14 seconds. 14 seconds. 4 seconds added.
You can run a play and stop it now.
And I think they just downed the football, threw it underneath the center, and he just spiked it. And that stopped the clock with 10.5, which is 0.3 of a second more of where we were before he spiked it. So let's see, Coach Fligg has sent the offensive play in by Truitt, and they're lining up 10.5 seconds. Ball is at the 23-yard line, second down and 10. 10 seconds and 1 timeout for Monroe area.
They're going to try to get the ball in the middle of the field and stop the clock.
Truitt going to run it towards the middle of the field. And he fumbled the football. There's a pile up at the 17-yard line. And Grady has recovered. Grady has recovered. Marquavius Henry recovered that fumble for Grady with 4.3 seconds. And it looks like we're going to have overtime. The scoring opportunity by Monroe area has gone by the wayside.
4th turnover of the night for the Hurricanes. And that is the only thing that's hurt them.
4.3 seconds. They were trying to get it in the middle of the field for Cody Brown to kick a field goal. And the ball came loose. And Marquavius Henry, a senior, recovered for Grady at the 17-yard line. So Grady will probably just down it here. They will. And that's going to be the end of the 4th quarter. We're going to have free football for you. Coming up next after this timeout at the end of 4 quarters, the score, Grady 14, Monroe area 14. Everybody gets it on the 15, don't they?
Yeah.
All goes back to not kicking that field goal down there in the first quarter. And then missed the field goal, so it had 2 field goal opportunities. Should have had a third one. But turnovers.
Yeah.
Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges back here with you at the Purple Pit, where we have overtime about to take place between Monroe area and Grady. And they put 3 minutes up on the clock, which will be a 3-minute break between the end of the 4th quarter and the start of overtime. So we're going to send it back. We're going to take about a 2-minute break with the score tied 14-14, headed into overtime.
So he doesn't. It's just like NFL. I mean, in college.
High school is like college, right? High school is like college.
Yeah, I don't know if that's all the specifics. It's the same. You can't turn it over and over. You can't be fumbling like that. 3 turnovers make it 0. If every one of those reports costs 4, they do.
Y'all had 4.
Yeah.
Monroe's had 4, yeah.
3 of them were very close. Yeah, 2 of them gave no, and the third took away a chance to get. So that's 21 points swing there. I can look at GHSA also. No, it will be different. Every has a
Monroe is going to call and go on defense first.
Charles Bellflower, Danny Daniels, Brock Bridges back here with you. We've got overtime at the Purple Pit. Monroe area won the toss, and they have elected to go on defense first. We will be playing at the west end of the field. This is very similar, Danny, to the college overtime, except in starting at the 25, you start at the 15.
15 in high school, and I'm not sure after the third touchdown if you have to go for 2 in high school or not. We'll find out if we get there.
High formation, hand off to the tailback off right tackle. He breaks the tackle and gets down to about the 8-yard line. Number 35, John Callahan, made the stop. That was Jenkins on the carry. Gain of 6. They mark him at the 9. Second down at the 4. High formation and a split end to the right. Handed off to the tailback, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Junior Reed. That was Todd once again. Correction, that was Jenkins, the ball carrier that time. Third down and 6 from the 9. How did they get that? The ball's at the 11.
I don't know.
About lost a couple of yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 11.
Yeah, it was at the 9, so that's right.
Yeah, lost 2 on that last carry. They got both of the tailbacks in the backfield on this one. Taylor fakes it, looks to his left to throw. He's under pressure. He breaks a tackle. He gets to the 10, and he's driven out of bounds there by John Callahan at the 10-yard line. So now it's going to be 4th down and 5.
4th and 3 now.
What will they do?
It's going to be a little less than 5. They gave him inside the 10.
Mm-hmm. Gave him almost to the 8. So 4th and 3 from the 8, and Grady is going to call a timeout. So we'll also take a timeout. We are in overtime with the score. Monroe area 14, Grady 14. Wonder if they got a kicker.
And they kicked us 2 extra points, but how much confidence do they have in him?
Try to get some of these scores in if we can.
I would line up and try to make this. If it's a good look for the play.
Yeah, I mean, they got no foot. I'm expecting them to go for it. I hope that's not.
I would personally go for it because you're going to make it.
4th down and 3 at the 8-yard line, and
4th and 4.
Grady
From the 8-yard line.
is going to try a field goal. Number 87 has come in as Zachary Carter. He's a junior kicker. It's going to be set down at the 15. It'll be a 25-yard attempt on the near hash mark. Lines are down. And now we got a flag on the play. And if this is against Monroe, it'll be a first down. Let's see. The officials are discussing it. And both teams anxiously standing around the huddle of officials.
And both signaling at the other team.
And looks like it's going to be against Monroe the way that Grady is acting. And it will be offsides against Monroe, and that's going to give Grady a first down at the 3-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 4. So it'll be first and goal at the 4 for Grady, a very untimely penalty against Monroe area. So the Grady offense comes back onto the field with Kevon Taylor, the quarterback, and they go into that power I formation that they scored from earlier. Isaiah Jenkins, the tailback, handed to Jenkins, and he's tripped up near the line of scrimmage by DJ Smith, and he's going to lose a yard. Second and goal from the 5. Jenkins comes out of the game. Todd comes in. And Taylor comes from the sideline with the play. Number 50, Dontavius Compton, over the football. Power eye once again. This time they go off right tackle to Todd, and he's hit on the line and maybe pushed back to the 6. Junior Reed came up and made the stop. Now we are 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line.
2 great defensive plays, a lot of penetration that time. 19 rushes for 61 yards for Todd in the ball game.
Jenkins and Todd are in there now. Both have been used at tailback. This time they go to the I formation. Jenkins is going to be offset to the right. They got a wide slot to the right and a split end to the left. Taylor back to throw, looking. Throws it in the end zone. It's going to be batted around, and it is caught. It is caught for a touchdown for Grady by number 81. He just out-jumped everybody. Darrell Dowdell, big 6'5" tight end. He's probably the best one to throw it to.
He was stuck up in that corner, too, and it's just a perfect pass.
It's 20-14, and now Carter is back on the field, this time for the extra point attempt. Lines are down. The snap from center is a bad snap. It's over the holder's head, and Monroe area has held on the extra point. Bad snap, and the holder, Patrick Carroll, went back there and fell on it, but it is 20-14. And how much will that bad snap on the extra point figure into play?
So the Canes have to score a touchdown and then get the point after.
So now Monroe will have it 1st and 10 at the 15.
And don't forget, a turnover ends the ball game.
And you had to mention that. And they hand it off to the running back Brooks, and Brooks gets down close to the 11 off of right tackle. Maybe the 12 is where they'll mark it. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 12. Truitt and Brooks in the backfield. Gallup split wide to the right. Going to fake it to Gallup and run it up the middle, and Truitt not going to get much of anything that time. Matter of fact, depending on the spot, he may have lost yardage. He lost about a half a yard. It's 3rd down at the back at the 13-yard line, 3rd and 8. Truitt this time in the empty backfield. They got a slot to the right. Brooks comes in motion from right to left. They hand it off to Brooks. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 5, and he's still fighting. He's going to be close to the 1st down. We're going to have to see where they mark it. They mark him about the 6-yard line. So we're going to have to see. It's 4th and 1, and Monroe area has no choice but to go for it, but there's a player down for Grady. There's 2 players down for Grady. And so we're going to take a 30-second injury timeout. We're in overtime. It's Grady 20, Monroe area 14. We're back where the injured player, Marquavius Henry, has been helped off the field, and now Monroe area has called a timeout, and that will give us time to check the Bojangles scoreboard. In this final, Athens Academy has defeated Mount Pigsna 17-13. In the 4th quarter, Prince Avenue 35, Darlington 21. In the 4th quarter, Walker 20, Athens Christian 7. George Walton leading Aquinas 35-12 in the 4th quarter. Jefferson beat Westminster 35-7. Calhoun beat Washington Wilkes 34-7. And Monroe area is up to the line on this 4th and 1 at the 6. They got 2 running backs in the backfield with Truitt. It's Junior Reed and Brooks. Truitt cuts in, and I don't know if he got it or not. We'll have to see where they mark it. I think he got over the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, he got to the 3. There was some panic in the Monroe area crowd that resonated up here into the press box. And we got the referee has stopped the clock. Well, there is no clock. It'll be 1st and goal for Monroe area at the 3-yard line. Brooks and Reed in the backfield with Truitt. Handed off to Brooks. Brooks close to the goal line. Did he get in? Monroe player signaled it was a touchdown, but the officials have not done so. They're going to mark him down close to the 1-yard line. And now, wait a minute. We've got another Grady player down. So while he's being attended to, we'll continue on with the Bojangles scoreboard and keep it right here. Buford beat North Oconee 13-0. North Hall beat Morgan County 13-9. St. Pius beat Hart County 31-15. Last we had in the third quarter, South Effingham was leading Westover 27-21, and that's important because the winner of this Monroe Grady game will be playing the winner of that game next week. Now, if Monroe area should win, then the winner of South Effingham Westover will come here to the Purple Pit next week. So another home game for Monroe area if the Purple Hurricanes can get this last 2 yards in and kick the extra point. Fitzgerald's leading Vidalia 45-14 in the fourth. Carver is leading Rockmart 46-8. And Gainesville leading Kell 61-42 in the fourth. Is that a basketball score? Monroe area back out on the field.
And again, hold on to the football.
Second down and goal at the 2-yard line. Brooks and Reed in the backfield with Stanton. Truitt takes a snap. He's trying to sweep the left side. He gets in that corner, and the official is going to be right on top of it. He's going to call him short. Going to call him short inside the 1. And he knocked the pylon down, but apparently he was out of bounds before he hit the pylon.
Which I think is realistically impossible.
Yeah. Well, the pylon was knocked silly by somebody down there. It went flying away. It's setting it inside the 1. Third down and inside the 1. Truitt underneath center this time. He dived straight in there. They tried to stop him. And let's see, we still don't have a signal. Yes, we do. A touchdown. A touchdown, Monroe area. It's 20-20. And Cody Brown is coming onto the field. This extra point will determine whether Monroe area moves on to the third round. Now, if he misses it, we've got another overtime.
I don't see a kicking net down there, and I didn't see Brown trying to stay loose either. That's something that worries me.
Well, you know, he plays receiver also.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
The lines are down. The snap from center is set down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And Monroe area has come from behind to win this game, 21-20. The entire field is bedlam and pandemonium. The crowd on the Monroe side is finally set down. They used as much energy as they could, standing up almost all night long.
And the Monroe area Purple Hurricanes are going to the third round of the playoffs for the second time in school history. Remember, 2-3 years ago when Tuitt and Demond Smith and that crowd were here, we went up to Sandy Creek in the third round and came back losers then. But this team is going to be at home for the third round next week against the South Effingham and who? Westover winner. So we'll hopefully have that final before we leave. Once again, the final score, 21-20. Monroe wins it in overtime.
And, Danny, we're going to go right away to our Piedmont Outdoors scoreboard roundup. That's Piedmont Outdoors from Covington. Brock Bridges will be here along with you if you wish to stay, to recap tonight's game and bring you up on all the scores that we have, and we do have quite a few of them, and a lot of them are finals. And I know Brock and Chris Coffin, who we brought out of retirement tonight to drive me over here, are feverishly working to gather in more scores. So